This time on Books That Changed My Life.
Oh, I was an incredibly lonely kid. And so I think that's kind of where I found solace, is to know, okay, there's more ideas out here instead of just this very small town with this closed-mindedness. And it made me feel a relief to know that there was other people out there thinking these grand things, that there was more to escape to.
So you spent a lot of time alone reading or watching movies?
Yeah.
How early was the horror movie?
I came onto horror movies later because I wasn't allowed to watch them, but my parents didn't know what types of books that I was reading. And so I actually read more R-rated books as a kid than movies.
Aren't books almost scarier?
Oh,
because you're creating your own images?
I mean, I read Coraline when I was in 3rd grade, and it gave me nightmares for 2 years, and that's kids' horror.
And you like that?
I loved it. I mean, now I do. I think when I was in 3rd grade, I didn't. But I also read Wicked when I was a kid, and I think most people don't realize that the original Wicked is very spicy. And, like, there's a lot of politics and gender dynamics and sexuality in there, and I learned a lot from that is not included in the movie or the play. But I recommend for reading as a 7th grader.
And did you always have the sense, like, I grew up in a small town, and I, like, knew, like, I was getting out of there the second in
100%.
fact, I was 17 and I left.
Yes.
Like, I couldn't wait to get out of there.
Yeah.
And so did you always know that the second the door opened, you were out?
Yes, I so relate to that. I feel like it's the biggest motivator, where I'm like, if I do well, I can leave here and go find like-minded people. And look at us now. We're in Los Angeles. Congrats to our 17-year-old selves.
My cousins, who I love dearly, but they're still there, one time asked me, they go, why didn't you work in the shipyard or whatever? And I was just like, I had to think for a second, because I was like, that was never an option. Like, I never thought.
No.
Like, I was gone.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, man.
Yeah.
If I could turn 18,
yeah,
I won't, back then, like, you think I'll never come back.
Totally.
Now I go back and I'm nostalgic a little bit, but.
What do you think that was for you?
It was the closed-mindedness and I always have had, like, a distrust for authority, and in small towns, the hierarchy and the authority in the good old boys club is pretty rigid.
Yeah.
And people's thinking is very rigid. And I've always wanted to experience other opinions and other cultures and be surrounded by, that's probably another thing, is there isn't a lot of talent.
Yes. Yeah.
And the talent that's there is kind of squelched.
Yes.
And there is, like, here in LA, like, in every different category, like, just think about food. Yeah. Like, you could go out to a restaurant where there's a chef doing something that nobody else is doing, or just doing it at a really high level almost every night of the week.
Yeah.
And then the writers and, like, the music, everything is inspirational, because you just, you're just surrounded by people who are doing incredible stuff at a high level.
I think a lot of it is other people who left their small towns and went, oh my God, I have to go do this and I have to be the best at it. And I like it because in a small town, it's very easy to be the best at something. And here, I look around at my peers and I go, everyone's fucking amazing. You got to keep up. And I love that feeling.
All my friends are from the Midwest.
Yeah.
That moved here.
Yeah.
It's rare that somebody is actually from here.
Yeah.
And actually, this is a generalization that probably isn't fair, but most of the people that are from here are kind of jaded and weird in a way. But right, if you went to Hollywood High School, you're a little more jaded than the average bear, it seems.
A lot of people I know like that had to leave and then choose to come back. And I go, okay, I can understand that choice, because you need to own your decision of what you're doing.
It is funny, though, that, like, people that grew up here that have never experienced the Midwest or other parts of the country, and they think this is America.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
and you're like,
it's a culture shock.
This is not America.
No.
At all. It's not even close.
Yeah, but I always love people calling something a real life experience, because everything's a real life experience. Life being hard is a real life experience, but also being in a place where you are just kind of given everything, that's that person's real life experience. And I just think it's really interesting how we call something real or not based on the suffering which I think is very relatable for all people, but I just think it's fascinating that we call it that.
It's fun. So at an early age, were you fascinated by storytelling? And
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would play with my Star Wars action figures and make these whole worlds for them. And I would get very upset sometimes because I go, this person just died, or this person just had a kid and they didn't know this was going to happen. I would get very caught up in it.
are you very, very empathetic?
Yes.
Do you feel things very deep?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite words ever is sonder, which is realizing that you're experiencing other people's stories and that you can relate to everyone as kind of the protagonist in their own stories. And I feel like that kind of captures how I feel, is just kind of, I love seeing other people and being able to empathize with that and then wanting to show that to other people and tell them about it.
What's the energy exchange in that?
I think it's kind of like being in an interview in a way. Like, you're very good at it, just from me talking to you, is it's kind of relating to people on something you share, and kind of what I call heart holding, where you can kind of tell someone, you can tell me anything and it's okay, I'm not going to judge you, I just want to listen to what you're saying. And I think that's kind of the recipe.
Yeah, and in a sense, like, who am I to judge? Like, I'm a mess. Like,
No, exactly. Yeah, but a lot of people do judge. But it's
Yeah.
probably related to themselves a lot.
yeah, it says more about them,
Yeah.
really, because